Good morning everyone. Today we are going to present Unit 20, Adjective complements in subject and predicate position. Firstly, we are going to introduce ourselves. I am Kelvin.
I am Hana. And I'm Laura.
We organize this unit by focusing on three focus. The first focus will be explained by Hana.
The first focus, we're going to see the overview of adjective complements. So what is adjective complements? Adjective complements are phrases or a phrase that modifies adjectives. This phrase appears in subject position in front of linking verbs, such as appear, be, become, remain, since, and etc. For example, loving you is easy. Here, loving you is the adjective complement of easy. Another example is for you to hate her seems unreasonable. For you to hate her here is the complement of unreasonable. There are three types of adjective complements. The first one is that clause, the second one is infinitive, and the third one is gerund. Will be explained in the next slide. So this is the three types of adjective complements. That clause, consisting of that and clause. For example, that this semester is ending is baffling. So the adjective complement clause is that this semester is ending, and the adjective is baffling. Next example is that Lauren decided to leave him remains unaccountable. That Lauren decided to leave him is the adjective complement, and unaccountable is the adjective. The next type is infinitive, which consists of 4 noun phrase, 2 and base verb. The first example is for new students to skip the orientation day is unacceptable. So the complement is for new students to skip the orientation day, and the adjective is unacceptable. Another example, for her to listen to K-pop seems weird. For her to listen to K-pop is the complement, and weird is the adjective. The last type is gerund, consisting of possessions or apostrophe s plus verb and plus ink. The first example, turtles being killed by plastic waste is heartbreaking. Turtles being killed is the complement, and heartbreaking is the adjective. And the last example is Miss Trudy's teaching is outstanding. Miss Trudy's teaching here is the complement, and outstanding is the adjective. Next, this is just a little extra explanation about this. This is 2 examples. Gina is excited for the final week to start. And the next example is Harriet seems eager to finish her final project. Here, the adjective is preceding the adjective complements and follows the animate subjects in the front. So animate subject words, human like Gina or Harriet, and then next is adjective like excited or eager, and the last is adjective complement. If the sentence is in this structure, it shows positive expectation like happy, eager, ready, or anxious, or excited. And then the last slide of my part is the main subject and the complement are alike. For example, Harriet seems eager for herself to finish her final project. Harriet and herself is alike. They're the same. Right? Herself is Harriet. We just erase for herself. So the final sentence is Harriet seems eager to finish her final project. And the next focus will be explained by Kelvin.
Okay, in the focus 2, we are going to specifically focusing on the position of the adjective complements. The first one is on the subject, and second one is predicate position. The first one, subject position. Basically, adjective complements is used when we are going to mention or imply something that is a noun idea. So when you are going to explain something that is known generally, we can put it in the subject position. And there is a context before the adjective complement itself. For example, there is a case. I am sorry to say that certain business that sells sculptured ivory objects have hired poachers to kill elephants for their task. The idea is elephant task. So the next sentence can be noticed on its adjective complements by seeing the first to the fourth sentence. The first one, for poachers to take the task from living elephants is alarming. The clause with underline format is known as the adjective complement because it is positioned is on the subject. And the second one, that they seldom, is abominable. The words that they seldom are considered as adjective complements with position of subject. The third has the same, worst of all, elephants becoming an endangered species because of this is criminal. In the sentence, elephants becoming endangered species because of this is considered as subject. Another example, for collectors to trade elephants' tusks for their own benefit is egoistic. In the sentence, you can infer that the for collectors to trade elephants' tusks for their own benefit, adjective complements of the adjective egoistic, and its position is on the subject. Next position is the predicate position. In this case, adjective complements which has the position of predicate resembles new information or something that is not known generally. And before that, there is a pattern of the predicate position. It begins with the word if and followed by linking verb, adjective, and the last one is adjective complements. That is mentioned before. It can be that clause or infinitive. For example, it is interesting that medical researchers have made important medical discoveries through animal research. This means they need to continue this work. Now, the word, it is interesting that medical researchers have made important medical discoveries through animal research can be considered as predicate from the interesting, and the first one is that medical researchers have made important medical discoveries through animal research. So the words come from that after the end of the sentence can be considered as the adjective complements. The next example is, it is necessary for protesters to call for a moratorium on animal testing. After the word for until the end of the sentence, testing can be considered as the predicate or adjective complement in predicate position. Another example is, it was important for voters to thoroughly understand each of the candidates. This means each candidate has strengths and weaknesses to consider. Now, in the sentence, from the word for voters until the candidates can be known as adjective complement with predicate position because it is preceded by words or linking verb. And another exception for gerunds, when it comes to its constructions, gerunds do not occur. Why? Because if we can see in this example, it is abominable, poachers killing elephant. If we take a look on the word killing, killing is a gerund, right? But if it is about adjective complements, it is not related to the previous material about the same subject, so it is not clear about who is the killer of the elephant. It is the poachers or the word it itself. And this is the end of the focus 2. The next will be explained by Laura.
Okay, so now moving on to the last part, focus 3, infinitive, gerund, and that clause.
Let's take a look at examples. Example A. Many universities in Indonesia have an uncompromising regulation as for plagiarism in any kind of scholar works. That universities support originality is important. So we use that clause to refer to actual or fulfilled events. So in this case, it means that the universities already fulfilled the idea of uncompromising regulations for plagiarism. And the same thing goes with example B. A university supporting originality in any scholar works is important. It means that using gerunds, gerunds is used to refer to actual or fulfilled events, just the same as that clauses. So it means that the university already do the regulation or the regulation to manage the plagiarism not to happen. And then the example C. In April 2018, 4 scholars from eligible universities have reported committed plagiarism. For universities to support originality is important. So here we use infinitive to refer to future ideas or potential events. In this case, the scholars here that who get caught about for committing plagiarism are some of them are deemed from eligible universities. So it is very important for universities to never put plagiarism performers into significant shares in the institutions. It means that later in the future, the universities should take notes about this event and not to repeat the same mistake about plagiarism again. So I think that's all from our group discussing about Unit 20.
Thank you everyone. Don't forget to do the exercises, which is exercise 1, 3, and exercise 8. And also don't forget to do the quiz. Thank you.